This is Paul Kelly for ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined at the Ulster Hall by Charles McDonagh. Charles, second pro fight at such an iconic venue like this in Belfast. What does it mean to be on a card like this?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's such a great opportunity, with the history of the Ulster Hall between amateurs and professional boxing. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to fight here.
Is that something that you would be big on? Or maybe some fighters don't really care about the venue and the kind of the whole history of the boxing and stuff. But would you be big on your boxing history, your Irish boxing history? And obviously this is such an iconic venue within boxing circles.
Yeah, it would be because even my professional debut, I fought in the St Andrews Sporting Club. A legendary promotion on fighting, and then obviously to be my second fight live on BBC in Ulster Hall. It's great opportunities. Only two professional fights. So it's good. So it is.
Absolutely. You mentioned that your first fight was in Glasgow. So what was that experience like? I mean, obviously fighting away from home, so to speak, for the first pro fight. Obviously going to be nerves there because it's the first time you're walking to the ring as a pro. What was that experience like?
Hey, you know what? It wasn't too bad. Nervous. I was more nervous for some of my amateur fights than I was for my debut. I had a few family members over there. It was kind of like a dinner show. It's like compared to the 1st of February, it's going to be really different because I've sold so many tickets so far and having people from Dungannon cheering me on. So it's definitely going to be a different experience, and it's a second debut for me. So it will be.
Absolutely, a second debut. You said you've sold plenty of tickets and everyone will be coming to support you in Belfast. Fighting city, I suppose. Obviously, maybe not from Belfast yourself, but the likes of Frampton, Condon at the minute. You could go Ryan Burnett, obviously from close here as well. That's just in recent times. Do you think that, what do you want to show the Belfast people that you bring to the pro game, and why should they get behind you?
So I want to show people that I'm a sighting fighter. I can box, I can fight, I can hit. I wanted to show everyone on the 1st of February how good I am, because I don't think I got to show that as an amateur. Where now professional, I think it will suit me a lot better, and I'll be able to show people really how good I am.
And do you think that fighting in front of a Belfast crowd, well, obviously it'll feel way more like a home crowd. Everyone will be cheering you on. Do you think that's under those lights when you're performing in front of your home crowd, so to speak, that'll bring out the best in you?
Oh, without a doubt, 100%. I'm actually really looking forward to that. Having people shouting, cheering me on. It's definitely going to bring a great buzz to me.
You mentioned there are a lot of people coming down. I'm sure they'll be excited for the ring walk. What is the ring walk? Are you one of those that changes it up every time, or are you sticking?
Yeah, but my last one, I had a kind of slow song coming in, where this time I'll try to get more of a high beat song to get the crowd going and get a good night.
Absolutely, I say a few people will potentially have had a few drinks into them as well, so maybe a high energy one will get them bouncing. I've asked everyone I've interviewed today just their kind of opinions on a couple of fights. I asked Paddy McCrory about his opinion on there's supposedly a big all-Irish fight happening at the beginning of March, not yet announced, but Lewis Crocker is supposedly meant to be fighting Paddy Donovan.
Yeah.
How do you, if that fight goes ahead, and in a perfect world it does go ahead and happens in Belfast in early March, how do you see that one playing out? Do you have a strong feeling either way?
It's how I say it's a 50-50 fight. Two of them are great fighters. Paddy southpaw and then Crocker hard hitting orthodox. It's an interesting fight, and it's going to be probably one of the biggest Irish fights in the past while. So between both of them, I can't say a winner, because one could be winning and the next minute one could get caught. It's just one of them fights but I would love to see it. It'd be a great fight, so it will be.
Absolutely. And then again, the other one I've mentioned to everyone, the massive heavyweight rematch on December 21st, Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury 2. Usyk won the first time. Some people might have said contentious. There was obviously that round 9 saga as well. Where's your head at now, a couple of weeks out from that rematch? Do you have a strong opinion on who's going to win that one?
Interesting, going to the last fight I had Tyson Fury, and in the big upset then between the both of them, again with this fight, it's kind of really how Tyson changes his mindset for this, because Usyk's just unbelievable. I'm a big fan of Usyk and Novachenko and everything, and watching their style, a southpaw too. I'm southpaw, so watching them type of styles is unbelievable. But it's going to be interesting with both of them. I still say 50-50. If Tyson can change his mindset, maybe edge him. But if he just comes in the same mindset, I think Usyk might get it too. It's a 50-50 fight for me again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fingers crossed it lives up to the hype for sure. Last one from me, Charles. Why should people tune in to BBC Sport NI on February the 1st, and why should they tune in to watch your fight? For perhaps people that maybe don't know you, get a new fan base. Why should they tune in to watch your fight, and what can we expect?
You're going to expect a exciting performance from me. You know, this is going to be the start of my career. I'm 20 years old. You know, this is the start of it. Each fight I want to keep getting better, and obviously tuning in on the 1st of February, you're going to see the start of my career and how good I am going to be.
Well, George McDonagh, thanks very much for speaking to ESBR Boxing. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, I'm sure I'll speak to you again soon and on fight nights.
All right, thanks.